Hey all, Tom Moran here from Tom's Big Spiders. For this one, we're going to rehouse a couple Psalmopoeus species, in particular Psalmopoeus victori and Psalmopoeus ecclesiasticus. I've had these guys for about 6 months now, and they're putting on quite a bit of size. Originally, they were in the little dram bottles. Now they're ready for something bigger. So we're going to get these guys out of their enclosures into some new enclosures, and of course, give some notes as we go. So enough of me talking. Let's get on to the rehousing. What am I doing? All right. All right, so we're about to rehouse two Psalmopoeus species. The first one is the ecclesiasticus. The other one is the Psalmopoeus victori, Mexican half and half. I think they were calling it like the Darth Maul or something before. I think it's because it's like red and black or whatever. But I got both of these from Fear Not. We actually picked these up from Tanya personally when we met her in New York a few months ago, and now they are in need of a rehouse. I was actually going to do these 2 days ago, but they molted, so I fed them once. Unfortunately, I went to pick them up out of the enclosure or take the enclosures off the shelves, and both of them were sitting right on top, so I thought this was going to be a nice, easy rehouse, but they've since gone back down into the tunnels. They're down in there. I don't know if that's showing up at all. There it is, starting to creep out. And these guys are fast. I've had more difficulty with the slings and juveniles than I have with the adults. Slings and juveniles teleport. Now, just to show you what I'm putting them in, these, I think, are about 8 inches tall or so by 4 inches across. You can find them on Amazon. Tanya gave me some of these to try out, and I've been using them for my juvenile arboreals. I did not put fake leaves in this one because I don't think they're going to be in there all that long. So what I've got is Biodude substrate. I just put leaf litter in everything right now. I just love the way it looks. Cork bark. And we've got some sphagnum behind here. Notice I put a lot of substrate in there. I've seen some things out there where people put these guys in shallow substrate because they're arboreals. But this is one of the species, arboreal species, that will burrow and dig when they are smaller. And my theory is let them dig. If they want to dig, let them dig. So what will mostly likely happen is they'll come down here, do some digging. It'll dirt curtain up this whole area, web around here, and that'll be its kind of home base, its burrow, so to speak. And then once it gets probably about 3 inches or so, we'll get them out of here and into the adult enclosures. And hopefully they're both female because I really want to keep my collection of Psalmopoeus species going. So what we've got in the corner, some paper towels. So if they bolt, hopefully they'll hide under the paper towels. That sometimes works. I have a funny feeling they are going to bolt. So let's get going. Oh, this one just already came right up to the top. Now what I'm going to try to do is get them to come out directly from here into the catch cup up there. And you know what they say about best laid plans. Actually, how does the best laid plan say?
They never actually work.
That's right. I think she is in that mess. Oh, and there's the old dram vial. And I used to not like the dram bottles for spiderlings. I love them now. I can keep track of them so much better. I think she's in there somewhere. Which is either a good thing. Oh, there she is. She's like, get the heck out of here. Oh, she's feisty little booger. All right, so what we're going to do is... Oh, there she is. Upside down and not happy. I think that, well, right there. So if you want to come in, which one do I got here? I got to make sure I label these correctly. All right, this is the Victoria. I saw these from my buddy Mark's Tarantulas. He's had one for a while, and it was just stunning. I've been dying to get one, so we eventually picked one up. Of course, with my luck lately with males to females, I'm sure this one's probably a male, but we'll see. Fingers crossed. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get her out a little bit so we can get some footage of her. We use the bigger brush. She's like, I am not moving. This is going to be one of the ones where they just bolt. Oh, poor little thing's just gripping onto the substrate. There we go. And that's the molt. No, going that way. No, go. Is she showing up? Oh, there she is. All right.
That's fuzzy.
I know, it's adorable. I love these guys. There we go. All right. Woo! All right, so Billy wants to get in there, and I'll do my chit-chatting. Now, strange story, well, not strange story, but I actually avoided Psalmopoeus species for years, had zero interest in them. I wasn't that into arboreals for quite a few years, and then ended up picking up the Psalmopoeus cambridgei that became easily one of my favorite tarantulas. Then we picked up in Armenia. She's a female. I've got the pulchra. What else do we got? We got something. Oh, the Reduncus, which I have to admit, part of what the reason I bought it is I just love the name Reduncus. It's like redunculus. And love the guys. I love setting them up. I love the way the arboreal setups work. I love the way that these guys look when you catch them out in the morning because they tend to be pretty shy, with the exception of my cambridgei, who tends to be out and about. So what we're going to do now is try to get her into the new, and I say her, this one into the new enclosure. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I do have little water dishes for these. I want to point that out because somebody called me on it. One of my other videos. I always put the water dishes in later. So what I'm expecting this one to do is immediately retreat behind here. I hope that's ideal. What we'll do is put this one in a darker corner, so that will be the spot she'll want to go to. And what we don't want her to do is shoot out and over the edges. All right, you're going to go down. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Was that the bum? Oh, I thought it was her face. All right, go down. Go down. Come on. Come on. Come on. Around that cork perk. There you go. There you go. My Mr. Rogers voice. And boom. All right. I don't know if Billy can get a good look at this one. I do have, oh, there's a pretty good shot of her. I will keep the substrate, part of the substrate moist. I do with all of them at all times. As the adults, I do let it dry out a little bit in between, but they always have water dishes. And then I moisten the substrate down again, let it dry out. They seem to do just fine like that. Such a fuzzy, beautiful little girl. And again, she's right now, I mean, she's all squished up. She's probably about 2.5 inches or so. So when she hits about the 3.5, sometimes they go to that molt where they jump from like the enclosure is a little bit tight to the enclosure is ridiculously small for them. That's when I'll bump them up and put them into the adult enclosure, which will likely be an Exoterra Nano Tall, one of the 8x8x12 ones. All right, round 2. This one's been pretty feisty. So we'll see if we get a good look at it. Gorgeous looking. Where is it? I'll try the same thing with this one. Now I found mine are great eaters. I don't have to put I've never had to put pre-kill in with any of my Psalmopoeus species. They tend to take down, as long as the stuff is appropriately sized, they tend to take it down pretty well. And I found the growth rate is really good as well. This one's gonna come shooting out of here. I wish I knew where the heck it was. Oh, right there. Right there. If I can, yeah, of course that would make it easy. I'm going to try to pull it out with the tongs. Sorry for the sniffing. Still, I think it's allergies now. We're going to pretend like it's allergies because the cold thing's getting depressing. Right, I don't know if you can see it. Right there, and this one's a wee bit bigger than the other one. So right in there. This was the one I was looking at when I decided to put them into the larger enclosures. Now, could I have put them into 16-ounce deli cups? Absolutely. I want to make that very clear. I really wish all this stuff would just come out. There we go. All right, you ready? Because I think this one's going to come bursting out. No, maybe not. All right, do you see her?
Oh boy.
Yeah. All right, so if Billy wants to get in there, this might be some of the best footage we get of it. That is the Psalmopoeus, ecclesiasticus. Sounds like a Bible verse. Ecclesiasticus 3:16.
Close.
Well, Yeah, that's right. It's Austin 3:16. Don't hit me.
Oh, man. No.
All right, so we have the Ecclesiasticus. We're going to try to do the same. Whoop, 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 no, I want you going that way. Woo, that was close. She almost went for a boogie. All right, so.
It kind of worked out, actually.
Yeah, actually worked out really well. Although I kind of wanted to go the other way. So what we're going to do is the old cap trick. If you guys remember from the P Metallica Rehouse, I'm cap and paired.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, I almost didn't have the cardboard in there. And that's the speed that you worry about. So what we're going to try to do, I'm going to put this over here so there's a dark spot. I'm going to go ahead and try to poke her down. No, down. Oh, you're getting the brush. No. Is she up, I'm assuming? She's not playing nice. The problem is, and this is something you can use sometimes to your advantage with tarantulas, they generally want to go up. I'm going to get the cover of this ready. Do you see her?
Yeah, she's down.
All right. Woo! That was fun. We're just going to go ahead and cap that. Actually, if Billy wants to try to get a shot of this beauty. Oh, that's why you put the cap back on. There she is. That one's a pretty good size. That one's probably, if she's stretched out 2 3/4, maybe 3. Gorgeous species. But again, as we see, what we're going to look for her to do here is we've got the cocoa fiber. I've got moist substrate. She's probably going to do some digging around here, make those dirt curtains with the cocoa fiber. Not the cocoa fiber. What am I using? Biodude. Sorry. Biodude stuff. She can bring the dirt up with the sphagnum moss, build some curtains. She'll be around here. And I will be dropping in a water dish after she settles in, because if I try to do it right now, she's going to go right out of this enclosure. So there we go. That actually went pretty well. What I'm trying to work on right now is one of my Genus videos of all the the Psalmopoeus species. I've slowly but surely got footage of all of them, and that's the big thing. When I do one of those videos, I want to make sure I can show them off. So I have footage so far. 3 of the 4 I already keep. I still need to get some better footage of the Armenia. She is incredibly coy when it comes to taking pictures. Unless she's eating, then she jumps out, grabs something, and goes right back in, but it's only for a split second. But I will be doing a Genus review on these guys because they have become one of my favorites. It's odd because I avoided them for so many years, but now I've become kind of an aficionado of them. So there we go, victori and ecclesiasticus, Psalmopoeus, 2 Psalmopoeus species, and obviously we'll do update videos on these guys once they put on some size, and everybody keep your fingers crossed for me that I get females. All right, so I'm glad that went well. Again, with the Psalmopoeus species, I found that juveniles in slings especially can be particularly skittish, especially when you pull them out of the security of their burrows. And this is one of the genera of tarantulas that people will refer to as teleporters because they can seemingly disappear in the blink of an eye. So luckily, these guys went from point A to point B without much issue. Now, before we go on to the end of the video, I would like to point out, because some of the people that follow my podcast have been yelling at me that I don't promote it at all. So here we go. I'm going to promote it. I do a podcast. I put it out every Sunday as a new episode, and we have just started season 3. And what I do is I'm able to go more into depth with some of the topics that I cover through the videos. So anybody that listens to my videos, listens to me ramble on about tarantulas and says to themselves, man, I could really listen to them go on for another 45 minutes. This is the thing for you. If you're one of the people out there that go, my God, you talk too much, not the thing for you. But again, we cover a lot of topics. I'll have them scrolling behind me with help of the green screen. And I like the fact that I'm able to go much more in depth than I can when you're trying to support it with videos. Because sometimes I go to put these videos together, I can only get so much video, I can only talk so much. This allows me to really kind of expound on some of the things that we talk about in the video. So if you like the videos, you like hearing me talk, this might be something for you to check out. So that will do it for this one. As always, if you enjoyed the videos and would like to check out more, you can check them out over there. If you liked it enough that you'd like to subscribe, very much appreciated. You can click the circle right up there. Always answer my comments, love getting comments, so please feel free to leave a little message beneath the video, and hopefully I'll catch you guys all next time.